Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, what I'm going to do today in front of you is something that I do for a living every single morning on the radio, talking to people in public. And thanks to my job, I get to speak to a lot of people every day standing on stages like these. But while I was backstage, I got thinking, I said, conducting a TED Talk is also a dream come true, right? So here I am, ready to give up my 15 minutes to anyone out there who wants to talk about something that they're passionate about, something that you feel very strongly about. So I can see you. Raise your hand if there's anyone out there who wants to take up my 15 minutes. Anyone? Wow, not a single hand, you guys. So 100% of the room, should we believe that we're not passionate about anything? That can't be true, right? What can be true is probably many of us are afraid of speaking in public. And you're not alone. Studies suggest that more people in this world are afraid of speaking in public than they are of cockroaches or even death. So, to put it into perspective from this example, 100% of us in this room would rather be in a casket right now than stand here and talk in public. Why? Why is public speaking so hard? Why does it make me sweaty? Why does it make me jittery? Why does it make me anxious? You know, in the times that we live, ladies and gentlemen, life will throw you into situations where you will have to speak in public. There is no escape. Trust me. Now, this could be you addressing your classmates. This could be presenting a project in school, college, or just conducting a meeting, or standing at a place like this, talking to so many people, raising a toast for your best friend's wedding. You may just have to speak in public. So it's better to be prepared, right? Let me share with you what happened with me. Now, I was in Standard 3 back in India, and we had a storytelling competition. Listen to how I got sucked into this world of public speaking. So for the storytelling competition, we were broken into groups of 2. And my story, along with my friend, was the story of the tortoise and the rabbit. You heard that? They have a bet, they race, the rabbit gets cocky, the tortoise goes and runs and wins the race. I was supposed to play the rabbit because I was tall, and my friend was playing tortoise because, well, he looked like a tortoise. But I was kind of upset about the idea of standing in front of my classmates and talking to everyone because they had my teachers and my headmistress there, who I was very scared of. But I was kind of counting on my friend. I said, all right, he's there, he's going to help me and kind of just pull me through. What I did not know is he was thinking the same, that I will put him through. And that is why on D-Day, he very conveniently fell sick. He didn't show up to school. So I went running to my teacher and I said, ma'am, he's not showed up to school, so I can't do this. She looked at me and said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you all right? I said, yes. Can you breathe? Yes. Can you stand? Yes. Then you will have to do it. Now, I did what a random third grader would do when put in a situation like this. I started crying. I said, no, I can't do this. I'm missing my mom. I'm not feeling well. Please let me go. While I was saying all of this, the headmistress of the school happened to walk in. And in a very stern voice, she asked, what's going on? My teacher explained to her what was going on, and she looked at me and said, oh, you will present this story. I said, but how can I do it alone? She goes, I will do it with you. Now, she probably thought that this is going to pacify me, but standing with my headmistress on stage talking to public was like going to a water park with a shark. Like, this was not end well for me. But I was pushed into it, so I went ahead. We get onto the stage. I'm in Standard 3, remember. So we get onto the stage and I say my first line as the rabbit, and then I look at my headmistress for her to say her line as the tortoise. She looks at me and goes, what's my line? I told her her line for the tortoise, then I said my line is the rabbit, her line is the tortoise, my line is the rabbit. So she very smartly made me perform that story not just as a rabbit, but also as a tortoise, you guys. And what did that get me? Let me tell you. St. Arnold's School in Indore. This is to certify that Mohit Dantre of class 3rd B has secured first position in storytelling competition. Now, this turned me into Mr. Martin Luther King overnight. No. Did I turn into this fab public speaker after? No. Because my best friends, anxiety and sweat followed me every time I would go onto stage. But you know what? Like I was talking to you about how life throws situations at you that you have to, it once again threw a situation at me when I was 18, when I got this opportunity to be a radio presenter. Now I had two options. I could either shy away and I say I could not do it, or I could step up and say I will learn, I will fail, and I will do it. And then I was given many situations where I got to learn. Because you know what? When you get onto the stage, you're upset, you're nervous, you think, what is going to help me to make public speaking easy for me? Let me Google it. All right, Google, tell me, how should I not get nervous when I have to speak in public? Google says, believe in yourself. Okay. All right, Google, tell me how to make public speaking easy. Have confidence. I already know that. I have confidence. I would like to believe that I know the things that I want to talk about, but what about the sweat, the anxiety, this projectile vomiting that I want to do when I stand in front of people and talk? And trust me, I was very upset when I was told these are irrational fears. Public speaking has many irrational fears. Let me tell you what irrational fears are. So irrational fears are those fears that will not happen to you. The bad things that you think will happen to you will not happen to you. So when you get onto the stage to speak in public, no, you won't faint. No, there will not be any projectile vomiting. And no, you won't soil your pants unless it's a very bad day for you and you have violent diarrhea or something, but otherwise you'll be good. So over the years, I said, if the textbook examples of how to be a good public speaker are not working, what do I do? Trial and error. Like they say in Hindi, जब सीधी उंगली से घी नहीं निकलता, तो उंगली टेढ़ी कर लो. That means when things don't work out the way you want to, when you're going the straight path, twist and turn your finger and scoop out that last bit of peanut butter from the jar that you want. And that is why I have 5 tricks that I've developed over the years that have worked for me immensely in helping me become a good public speaker. Now, these are not in books, these are not on Google, these have worked for me, and I would like to believe that it would work for you as well. Now, before I get on to them, let me quickly also give you my definition of public speaking. Public speaking for me is talking about something that I'm passionate for, something that I feel strongly for, something that evokes emotions in me. Nowhere does it say public the word. Because I don't care if it's 2 people, 20 people, 20,000 people, as long as I know what I want to talk about, as long as I'm passionate about the things that I want to talk about. And that brings me to the first tip that will work for you, ladies and gentlemen. Write your own content, for crying out loud. If you're told, hey, this is what you're supposed to present, go up to the stage and talk. Or not even on the stage, you know. If somebody says, hey, it's your brother's wedding, raise a toast in front of your entire family. Don't ask somebody to write the words for you. Never have somebody tell you what to say. Listen to the topic and jot down everything that you feel is right and you want to say. Because the first and the only fear that one has when they go onto the stage to speak in public is, what if I forget my lines? What if I don't know what to say? Well, you will not forget what you have to say when you have your own words in place. It's so easy to express your emotions to your friends, right? When you're angry, you call them up and say, hey, listen, I want to talk, and you say everything that you have to. Do you forget? No, you don't. Because those words come straight out of your heart. So the next time when you're asked to say something in public, please make sure that you put it in your own words. Now, you could be presenting like a sales revenue report. The numbers will remain the same for sure, but the way you say them will be your own style. And that will be the first thing how which you will have confidence in yourself that you won't forget. Now, this brings me to the second trick, and this is a favorite tested trick of mine that I want to share with you. It says, choose your favorite face. Let me elaborate. The moment you get onto the stage or any podium where you're supposed to speak in public, quickly run a scan through the audience. If there are 10 people, for example, sitting in the audience, 9 of them are absolute hostile audience who have no absolute interest in what you're saying, which will put your confidence down. There'll always be one person who will smile at you. There'll always be that one person who will be at ease, who will give you that expression that, yes, I want to listen to what you have to say. And that person will also probably laugh at your jokes, and that will be a boost of confidence. So, look for that one face that you want to talk to. Now, by that I do not mean that you present the entire speech to that person, no. You see everyone in the room, but you talk to that person. Like right now as I'm standing here, I do have a favorite person in the room. You could think I'm crushing on that face. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But that person is not going to find out that I'm presenting my entire talk to them. But they are making me comfortable. I'm stealing glances and I'm feeling good about the idea that the things that I'm saying are being responded to. This trick again takes my confidence a notch high. Coming in to the third trick. The third and the fourth one I'm going to break into 2 parts. Let me share this story with you which said, the things that you say in a speech, you guys, and this is very interesting, the impact on the audience of your words is only 7%. Now here we are, we stand and we say, oh my God, what am I going to say? What is my content going to be? but it turns out only 7% of it matters. What about the rest 93% of the impact on your audience is coming through what? Let me tell you, and this will really surprise you. The first one, 55% of what you say or how you say matters. Your body language. Now let's consider this instance, okay? Imagine my name is announced and I come onto the stage and I'm walking all confused and my shoulders drooping forward and I'm jittery and I stand at a corner right here and I start talking to you about how impressive my life has been and yours can also be. That's the first instance, right? And the second one, when they announce my name and I come, hello ladies and gentlemen, good evening, how are you doing? It's such a pleasure to be here. I crack jokes, I smile, I laugh with you. The things that I want to say, you feel. I emote if I say how happy I am. Which person are you going to be probably more receptive to? The first one or the second one? Can't hear you? The second one, right? We're human beings and we respond to visuals these days. This is a world of Instagram and Snapchat. You know, I'm not talking about your physical appearance. That doesn't matter. What matters is how you conduct yourself when you're on stage. If people like what they see, they will probably also be interested in listening to what you're saying. And humans also respond to body language. If I'm open and I'm warm and I embrace you, you will want to do the same. I will be likable to you. And once I'm likable to you, you'll be like, I don't care what you say, I just like looking at you. And that works because that works in your benefit, right? So 55% of what you do, your body language is very, very important. The next one, and this one's also very important, ladies and gentlemen, the voice tones. Because it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. Using your voice to your advantage is the most important thing that you can do when you're speaking in public. Now you might say, oh, but you do this for a living, Mohit. You're a radio presenter. You know how to use your voice. I don't. Maybe that is right. Over the years, I've learned how to use my voice to my advantage. But you know what? There are certain emotions that you and I have absolutely the same. Imagine if you get a phone call and you get a great news right now. The ecstatic voice that you will have is the same that I will have if I get a great news, right? So we as humans share the same emotions. And that is why, going back to the first slide where I was talking about writing your own words, when you will write your own words, you will say them with the same passion, the same emotions that you feel. And once you do that, the response will be the same. It will be received in the same way. And once you go ahead, you learn the ups and downs of your voice. When you're happy, when you're smiling, when you're angry, all of this will eventually come in. But just start emoting when you're on stage. Don't just say the words. And this will work for you so positively. While I'm here, let me also tell you this, that I still get nervous. It's not that I'm sharing these tricks with you, so I am some kind of a magician who does not get nervous at all. I'm but human. I go to events like these at least thrice a month, and I still, before 5 seconds I get onto the stage, and 5 seconds while I'm on the stage, I am nervous, and you know what? That is great. Because that keeps you grounded. That does not let you be complacent. You don't stand and say, oh, I can do it. You stand there and say, oh, I wish I can do it the best possible way. So being a little nervous is also fine, because I do too. Now I have to get you to the fifth and a kind of controversial trick of mine, because I don't know if you'll agree with this so much, but this has worked with me so much that I wish that you use in your life. The next time that you're going on stage, you have written your own words, you know what you want to say, your body language is perfect, you're feeling great, your voice is all set and all of that, but if there's that smidge of nervousness and sweat where you're like, I'm not sure, you know, do what? Get onto the stage or wherever, take a deep breath and imagine that all your audience is in their underwear. I'm not kidding. Imagine everybody there is sitting in their underpants. Let me tell you how this is going to boost your confidence. One, these people are in their underwear right now. I'm fully clothed. Like, I already have an upper hand on them, right? And second, no matter how bad you are, no matter how bad your presentation is, they are in their underwear, they can't run away, they have to sit through what you have to say. And this gives you that much needed confidence where you're like, I don't care what I say, they are going to listen to the things that I have to say. Yes, thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, the next time that you're told, hey, go out and speak in public, it doesn't matter if 2 people or 20,000 people, All of these tricks have worked for me in life. Try them, they might just work for you. And when you give that awesome presentation in front of people and you get down from the stage to a thunderous applause, and then you get a phone call saying, hey, would you mind delivering another TED talk or give a public speech? You'll say, hells yeah, I will. Speaking in public is, after all, a piece of cake. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you.